Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing the trend follower indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched our first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that now. At the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. And as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down below. You can also find a link to sign up for TradingView down below. If you use the link below, you will save a little bit of money. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Discord is a free group communication platform. On our Discord server, we are having great conversations about all things regarding trading. One of the biggest struggles on this channel is people who use other platforms like MT4 being able to follow along. Sometimes it can be hard to find the indicators we are using on other platforms. And so on our Discord server, I have created a channel for indicator creation. And on that channel, I pinned links to freelancers who can code indicators for MT or for TradingView. So if you don't want to create a TradingView account, you can hire a freelancer for a really small fee and have them code an indicator for the MT platform. Or if you are on TradingView and need an indicator created, something unique or an indicator for a system you have developed, you can also have them code PineScript. So use the link for either MT4 coding or use the link for PineScript. Lastly, I get a lot of people that are asking me for the entire list of all the winning indicators that we have tested to date. And whereas I am not a big proponent of gatekeeping information, I've put a lot of time and effort into creating the content on my YouTube channel. And so I don't think it is too much to ask for the viewers to go through and view the content that I've spent a lot of time creating. Now, if you are not interested in supporting our channel by going back and watching the content that I have created, then I have developed a solution for you. I've created a Patreon account. I will put a link to it down below in the description. If you sign up for Patreon and you sign up for the $9 a month account, I will send you the full list of tested and winning indicators to date. I will also send you an updated list of the indicators that we are testing at the end of each week. Now, of course, you have to stay subscribed to the $9 monthly subscription, to continue to receive the updated list of indicators. But that way it will provide me with the support that I need to continue to provide the free content that I am putting out for everybody to view. Now, if you just love the channel in general and want to support us, then there is also a lower, I think $3 Patreon subscription that you can sign up for that will also help support the channel and keep things going, so that way I can continue to produce the content and the open information that we are creating here in this channel and in our Discord server. Again, if you have not signed up for our Discord, then you need to do that as well. It is a absolutely free platform where we have real-time ability to chat and have conversations about trading. And again, if you want to support the channel with Patreon, then you can find the link down below in the description. All right, as I said, today we will be testing the trend follower indicator. But before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested 209 indicators. And out of those 209 indicators, 80 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 80 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. All right. So before we get into today's video, let's discuss the audio video sync issue one more time. Hopefully one more time and only one more time. In the last video, if you watched that video, I had mentioned that I was using a different video editing software, and hopefully that would resolve the issue with the audio and video being out of sync. So after making that video and then editing the video and rendering it, it seemed as though the audio video sync issue was still creating a problem. So I think I narrowed it down to the screen recording software that I was using. And so I have gotten a new screen recording software. I have tested it multiple times today, playing around with it, recording videos, even editing those videos in the new editing software, and so on. And I do believe that I have officially resolved the audio video sync issue. And so unfortunately, by the time this video is published, you will have watched the last video where I asked everybody to comment on whether or not the audio and video was still having sync issues. And so I'm sure there will be at least a few of you who have already mentioned that the audio and video was still out of sync on that one. It's slightly out of sync. It's there was a bigger issue in the older videos. I resolved that, I think, by tweaking the settings in the editing software that I was using. But then there seems to be a very slight out of sync, just enough to be quite obnoxious. And so I do believe, again, I'm crossing my fingers, I've tested it multiple times, I do believe that this new screen capture software, recording software, will resolve the very small out of sync issue as well. Now it does look a little bit different. I'm sure you can now see a little bubble that hovers around my cursor, and when I click on something, you can see that it blinks. And so that was a pretty good indicator of the sync of the video and the audio. So again, I've played around with it quite a bit, and I do believe that the issue has been resolved. And so once again, watch the video, see what you think, see if there's still a sync issue. I'll watch it after I edit and render the video just to double check, but it's hard for me to view a video. It's hard for me to view a video once it is on YouTube. YouTube YouTube does not like when you view your own videos, especially if you're running advertisement on those videos. And so I can view the videos from the back end on my side, but I can't necessarily view the videos from the front side that you see, and so that might create a little bit of a difference as well. And so, sorry that I'm rambling on about this, but I know that the video and audio being out of sync is super annoying and frustrating for people. Again, it's something that drives me crazy, especially whenever I'm watching something that I need to see precise moments. And so, again, I apologize that I've allowed it to go unresolved this long, but hopefully this officially will put the nail in that coffin. All right, so on to today's video. Today's indicator, I guess I should say. Today's indicator is the trend follower indicator. You can see it down here on the bottom of the screen. And so there's really visually not a whole lot going on with this indicator, as you can tell. But I assure you that it is, there's a little bit more to it than meets the eye. It's nothing that you necessarily, as a user, would, have to do anything to notice. It's not something that, you have to specifically look for to be able to trade this indicator. It's just something that it does behind the scenes. And so this indicator is comprised of basically moving averages or a moving average. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really dig into the code that deep. But it's comprised of at least a moving average and a price channel kind of combined together. And so what it's doing is it is working to help weed out or filter out some of the choppiness in the market. And you can kind of see an example of that when the bars, the green or red bars, when they go to a very light color, that is a sign of kind of choppiness in the market. Again, behind the scenes, if you go to the indicator page itself, you can read a little bit more in depth on it and kind of look into it a little bit more. But again, basically there is a price channel or a channel that is embedded into the indicator itself that is reading when there's a ranging market taking place. And so how are we looking to trade this indicator? Well, what we are going to do is we are going to take signals when the bright red and bright green bars appear on the chart. Let me go in. What we can do is this. Like that. And like that. And so what I've done is I've taken the bars that had the lowest opacity, the lowest visibility, and I have turned those completely down because those are area of choppiness according to the indicator. And there are three levels, really. There's a very bright, vivid color, and then there's a slightly duller, slightly less vivid red and green, and then there is a very dull or very light red and green. And I turned that lightest one completely down. And so now we're left with basically the most vibrant colors and the next step down from there, and we are looking for basically a spike in the bars. And so when we get a green spike, we'll go long. When we get a red spike, we'll go short. So pretty simple, not a whole lot to actually trading it. A little bit to explaining it, and a little bit to kind of setting it up in this particular fashion. So we pick up our first signals right over here. These are short signal. This is a short signal, I guess I should say. And unfortunately, it looks like that will be a losing trade. Almost immediately reverses and takes back off on us. Then we pick up a long trade over here on this side. And it appears that that one also is a losing trade. Stops us out. Pick up a short over here on this side. That one barely gets us to take profit. And we'll keep plugging along here. Hopefully it will dial itself in a little bit better. I mean, obviously we're going to have some good trades and some bad trades with any indicator, and so try not to immediately count it out. We definitely want to make sure that we give it its fair chance. I get a little tongue-tied there. Pick up another short here on this one. That one worked out for us, and so we're still slightly behind on the losing trades. Just keep plugging along here with it. Again, hopefully it can start to iron itself out here. Picked up a short there. That one got us stopped out. Picked up a long here. Check to see. Nope, only 70 pips on that one. Well, I guess I'm sorry, that was not a short. That is actually a long right there, which we would have stayed in. We wouldn't have gotten stopped out. And it would have reversed and went in our direction. Don't know why I was thinking that was a short. Then we pick up a another long over here on this side. Technically, we would have probably still been in this trade, but let's go ahead and mark this one as a trade of its own, which it does work out for us. So we're starting to pick up a few wins now. Again, hopefully this will kind of settle itself in a little bit. It looks like a decent indicator. Now, of course, looks can be deceiving, and so we definitely don't take the look of an indicator as proof of its ability. Get a long signal right here, and I'll zoom in a little bit more on this one. And so you can see that we get a long signal, and then we get this long wick to the upside here, like so, 160 pips. And so to the downside of that candle, we had not gotten stopped out yet, and so that would have, even if it would have opened, went down, then went up, it still wouldn't have stopped us out before it hit our first take profit, and so we can consider that a winning trade. Keep plugging along with it here. Pick up another long signal right here on this one. see if that one does get us to take profit. So there we go. We're starting to pick up a little bit of steam here on the winning side. This indicator might actually get us to a decent win rate after all. I was worried there for a second. Like I said, at first glance, it looks to be really decent. And then immediately into testing, it was taking multiple losing trades, and so thought to myself, wow, this is quite interesting. Pick up a winning trade there, and another long right there. Looks like we get a similar situation to what we had over here before a moment ago. Let's see, so we would have been here on the trade. To the downside was 115, and so we are going to go ahead and call this one as a losing trade. Again, I've said this before in a few other videos. If you haven't caught it yet, I'm going to go ahead and repeat. Basically, what we do is when we have a candle that swings in both directions, so a candle that hits both take profit and stop in the same candle, then we are always going to assume that it hit our stop first and stopped us out for a losing trade, not the other way around. We don't want to set ourselves up for failure, and so the last thing we want to do is count. It doesn't happen that often, but the last thing we want to do is count a bunch of trades as winners when in reality they were all losing trades, because we just assumed that a candle went up before it went down. And so we're going to give it the benefit of the doubt to the downside, give ourselves the most, the best possible advantage that we can without watering down our results of the testing. All right, so we pick up a short signal over here on this side. That one actually would have gotten us to take profits. Would have entered in up here and came down to there. And we pick up another short trade over here on this side. Let's go ahead and play this out just a little bit more. Let's measure this. I don't think it hit take profit. It did not. So that one would have been a losing trade right there. And we are at the end of the year there. So let's go ahead and add these up and see what we get out of them. Get more focused here. There we go. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So 16 trades all together. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 winning trades. And so unfortunately, that is not going to meet the 60% win rate requirement. It was ever so slightly off. Again, it's a shame because it seemed like it was going to do better than what it did. I'm really surprised that it started taking as many losses as it did right as soon as we started testing. So But again, this is why we do the back testing. We don't want to make assumptions on the ability of an indicator and then get out there and start forward trading it, forward testing, and just take a bunch of losses. So yeah, at this point, it's going to go on the no list, and we will move on to the next indicator from here.
If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView, and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on the next video.